of the Talk That Talk Show with me, Barry Holmes. Here we are, another Friday night. Shout out to my boy Mark here on our Instagram live stream, and shout out to everybody on our Facebook live stream. I am so happy. Shout out to my boy Rob Brantley here on our Facebook Live. But, we got a great, incredible episode lined up for you today. It's been a great week, and, I'm just happy to be here. I think that, each and every week that I come on here, I don't underestimate the value of this show and just how much this means to so many people. And it was funny, my boy Jose called me up, and, shout out to Jose. If you don't know him, check out his episode, Cola Rico. But he had called me up, and he was away for working, and he was in the hotel room. He was like, shit, what am I going to do tonight? And it's almost like a light bulb sparked in his head, and he was just like, oh shit, I got your talk show today. I'll get to watch your show. And it's like, that type of feeling that people have, and, not just here in Jersey, not just here in the U.S., but just all around. I just want to continue to keep making this show, this Talk That Talk show, and just keep making you all happy out there. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my fans and my sponsors. Shout out to VW Liquors located in Wick Plaza, Edison, New Jersey. Shout out to Air We Are, best air conditioning and heating needs in the South Side and Middlesex County. You name it, they got it, all right? Shout out to my boy Savion over at Skydive Socks. He's out there killing the game with his merch. I'm trying to get him to do my OG1 LS for me, so, stay tuned. We're going to have some dope stuff in store. Also want to give a big shout out to 13 and a Half Clothing Company. My boy Angelo's doing big things over there. You're going to want to hit him up, check him out, and see what he's got over there. Also want to give a shout out to Ink Parlor, helping me to create all these different OG shirts and put, all of my different branding into fruition, man. Big shout out to Timmy Hugel. We got some gray hoodies that are coming soon. They're going to be super dope. And I promise you, if you do not jump on these hoodies, like my friend said, they will be gone soon, all right? So, stay tuned out for those hoodies. Shout out to Ink Parlor. Then finally, shout out to Joe Snow and Maria over at New York Life, helping people to get their financial freedom every single day. If you're ready for, trying to put yourself on that plan to get you that financial freedom and that flexibility, please hit him and her up over there at New York Life. But, one of the things that I definitely wanted to bring to you all was just the fact of the progression that we had this week. I know at the end of last episode I was talking about, just how excited I was to go on and bowl this tournament with my brother. And, as sad as it sounds, we just didn't have the desirable outcome that we wanted in that tournament. But, I think that, like I said, Eric Nolan had said on a previous episode, it's not a loss. It's never a loss. It's a learning experience. And, I took that same mentality, with my brother. We took the positives from it, that we just had a great time spending time with each other, trying out a different lane that we don't normally bowl at. So, just taking that different type of mentality from, a losing effort, and then to come on a Tuesday where we had league to try and get retribution, like I said, where, I had a chance to close the case and I choked. And almost conveniently this week, a Tuesday, shout out to my boy Rob Brantley, who actually came to the league night to come support me, and just to have the support of your friends and your family. My father showed up as well too, so it's that type of support that means a lot to me. But like I said, there was a interesting part of that game on Tuesday where I had it. I already knew what I had to do. I was working on I think it was a double. If I got in the third strike in the first and the 10th, we would have won flat out. But I threw a shot and I left a 10 pin. And we all know how tough it is for me to make those 10 pins sometimes. So, I walked up there, I took a deep breath, and I just let that shit go, man. And I wound up making the shot. So then when I looked up at the scoreboard, I looked and I saw that we were down by 9 pins. So this was make it or break it, man. It was either, hey, you go out there and strike and you get the win and you show your brother that, why you're down there at the bottom, and, tell these people I'm not here to fucking play today. Or am I going to miss that shot and go into the next game and see what we can do? And, sure enough, I wound up going through and I struck, man. And I tell you what, that was just the greatest feeling after having such, unhappy outcomes on that Sunday from that tournament, and just that past week to shake that off and to deliver, and not only deliver, but at the end of that night take 15 out of 16 points and put me and my brother back into the top 10 of the league, man. You know, that's the type of effort and that's the type of things that I'm going to continue to try and do each and every week. And when you apply that to not only just bowling, but, you know, like I said, in the outside world, man, you know, you're going to have some frustrations, you're going to have some things that are going to happen. But how are you going to try and stand up and rise up from that, man? So, you know, I'm just happy to tell you guys I'm here. You know, we overcame that. We're going to go into a tournament again this Sunday. And just because of that bowling spirit and just how much this has galvanized me, you know, I thought there was no other better person to bring here on the show as a guest than to give you this guy that I'm about to bring here on the show. You know, I've had some great battles with this guy, you know, over the past year in our Saturday Night League. He's one of my friend's dad. He's one of the best bowlers that I know, and also our UBA president, man, for our team. So, you know, please, if you have a drink out there, Tiffany Newberry, she said, I'll bowl with you any day. All right, okay, sounds good, Tiffany. Let's get some bowling in there, girl. All right. But, you know, real quick, like I said, I just want to give a big shout out to this guy. I'm super happy to have him here on the show. Can't wait to bring him on. So like I said, if you guys have your drink out there, we're drinking Henny tonight because my boy's not a beer drinker. So if you got some Henny out there or you got some beer yourself, please put your drink up. Please put your glass up and give me a big round of applause for Chris Strike Tyson Schenck. And my man is coming here nice with the pink brim for those people that don't see him out here, man. Yeah. Cheers up, man.
Oh, man. How's everything?
I'm good, Chris. How you feeling tonight, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here. This is amazing, bro. This is amazing.
Well, I'm so glad to have you on here. And I mean, I know you personally. And like I said, you're my friend, Chris Schenck. Shout out to Chris Schenck, CJ. You're his father. So for
what up, son?
I'm sure he's tuned in. He didn't even know you were going to be on. So that was awesome to surprise him. But, you know, for those people that don't know you out there, you know, who is Strike Tyson, man?
Just a regular guy that loves bowling. I'm just a regular dude, man. I've been doing this bowling thing for, over 20 years now.
20 years, man.
I got 20 years in, man.
Now, how did you kind of get started into the bowling game here, man?
Being a knucklehead, I was probably about 19, and my cousin ran a league at Carolier, the men of Carolier.
Okay.
And you know, I was out there in the streets doing the wrong thing, and he hit me up one Friday, and he's like, "Bro, come down to the bowling alley." What?
The bowling alley?
Bowling alley, bro. It's Friday night. What you talking about? Yo, just give me 3 hours of your time. All right, man, whatever. So I show up to the bowling alley. I'm sitting there. I'm bored out of my mind, knowing all my friends is out there in our neighborhood. They're chilling. They doing what they do. And about an hour into me being there, I heard a guy get on the microphone and say, you know, winner of your first game pot, Stacy Field. Okay. Guy came over, pulled out a wad of money, and counted it out and handed it to my cousin. So I said, yo, what's that? And he goes, I want a pot. What the hell's a pot? And he's like, oh, you know, you put a certain amount of money in, if you're the high scorer, you win. I said, yeah, how much is that? He said, $250.
Okay.
I said, wait a minute, bro, you made $250 in an hour? He goes, yeah. I said, all right, man, whatever. So about an hour later, dude said the same thing.
So he won his second pot.
So he came back and peeled off some more money. I said, what's that? He goes, I won again. I said, same thing? He goes, yeah, $250. I said, dude, you made $500 in 2 hours. He goes, yeah. I said, man, give me a ball, some shoes, and teach me how to do it.
So you said you saw someone win $500 in 2 hours, and that's kind of what got you started?
That's exactly what got me started.
That's so funny, man, because I'll tell you, I don't know if you ever know how I got started, Strike Tyson, but Strike Tyson. But what happened was my father needed a sub, and this was over at Greenbrook, and you know he had told me, he's like, yo, I got a ball for you, and I got shoes,
Right.
and I know you don't bowl. Just take this, go up there, and give $2 to Tracy Stevens. And I'm like, $2? Like, why $2? He said, just do it. So I did. I gave her $2. And everybody's like, oh, you're Barry's son, da-da-da, okay, cool. So I'm like, all right, I'm having some fun. And sure enough, I wind up shooting, I think it was like a 240 something. I had never bowled, I just did it. And come to find out, the $2 was for the love doubles or whatever.
Okay.
And they called I guess they called the game, and the game they called was the game I shot 240. And I was coming in at like a 150 average.
Oh,
so I wound up winning the love doubles pot. And I remember when they counted the money, and it was like $400, $500. But I was like, I gotta do this again, man.
Absolutely.
So I know that was like my start or whatever. But can you talk about how the start for your bowling was? Like kind of like how you were able to kind of like get that name of Strike Tyson.
Well, the name Strike Tyson is something that I created, but I mean, starting out, I'm not gonna lie, I was ass.
He said you were ass?
I was ass, but you couldn't tell me I was ass. I was averaging like 165, and I thought I was hot shit. Bro, I was throwing this big old looping hook. Like I was telling your pop earlier, I was throwing this big old looping hook, and I thought that was the prettiest thing in the world to watch your ball go all the way over there and then go all the way back, and I was not striking. and the guys that, were established already, they, hey, bro, you want to bet $5? Yeah, I'll kick your ass. They was taking my money.
Oh, man.
Taking my money. Until I got with my coach. Shout out to Coach John Yancey.
Ooh, shout out to Coach John Yancey.
And he made me better. And it came a point where, he explained to me, he said, yo, my man, what are you doing? Like, simple, like, what are you doing? I was like, bowling. And he's like, nah, bro. He's like, you going away from your break point, and you're doing this and you're doing that. You're doing everything wrong. He's like, simplify your game. And he simplified my game, bro, and my average started going up. Now I'm averaging 190. Now I'm averaging 2-0. Now I'm averaging 210. Now I'm averaging 220. And then, there was a time where people didn't really want to fuck with me on the lanes.
And justifiably so, because it's like, if you don't strike, you lose against you, you know?
So, then the whole UBA thing came about, and, we started getting familiar with the UBA. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, well, to join the team, you got to create a nickname. All right. I thought about it. I said, when I throw the ball and it hits the pins, it hits kind of hard. I said, now, what else hits hard? I said, Mike Tyson hits hard. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, shit, Strike Tyson. And it stuck. And, like, to this day, even though I don't use that UBA name anymore, anywhere I go, yo, what's up, Strike?
Ooh.
How you doing?
So, but like, can you talk a little bit about that feeling? Like, and I know you talked about, how when you feel a good game, you got your chest out, and you have that persona where people say Strike to you. What does that feel like when you're in the bowling alley and someone refers to you as Strikes and gives you that recognition?
Oh, it feels good. It definitely feels good to to be respected by your peers, and there are a lot of people that are better than I am that still give me the respect that that comes with it. Like I said, I got a lot of time in this shit. You know what I mean? I grind it, bro.
Facts.
There were times where I was bowling 7 nights a week, and I put the work in.
Facts.
It doesn't show all the time, but I definitely put the work in, bro, and it feels good. It feels good. And one of the things that I try to express to my son is that everybody doesn't want to see you do well. You do have those people that they just do not want to see you exceed. Why? Because you're taking money out of their pocket.
Facts. And you even said that one time before. It's like, if I'm bowling you, and you're beating me, you're taking money out of my daughter's pocket. So like, right. Can you talk about the mentality that you go into when you're going into whether it be league or when you're just going into like a money match or something? Like, what's your mentality as Strike Tyson going into that?
My mentality is very simple. You want me to have the money. It's very simple. Like, you want me to win. And my other mentality is you cannot beat me. I can beat me. You can't.
Facts.
If I do what I'm supposed to do, you cannot touch me.
But that's the confidence that, like, you know, I feel like a lot of bowlers don't have, you know. So, like, how long did it take you to get that confidence or to get to that point?
Well, like I said, when I first started out, I thought that, but it just didn't work out that way. But once I started getting coaching, and you know, he sat me down and he's like, "Listen, bro, you know, physically you got it. He's like, mentally you're fucked up." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You know, bowling is very mental." He's like, "You need to focus." He's like, once you learn how to focus and cut out all the extra shit, he's like, it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And you know, this is coming from a guy who supported his family off of throwing a bowling ball for, I want to say, 7 to 9 years without a job.
Man,
this man would get up and dedicate himself to bowling.
Damn.
And he got so good at it where there was a point where they would take up a collection to give this guy money so that he wouldn't get in the pots and take their money.
That's another level of just like of excellence, man. And you know, I think that like for some people, maybe for like Stanley Rao or for my boy Ishabad Crane or Anthony Kodos on our Instagram and Facebook live stream, you know, they might not understand the magnitude of just how much money is circulating within bowling. I remember I had somebody saying, "Why are you bowling? Like, that shit is boring." You know what I'm saying? But like, can you just, you know, paint a picture for the people out there and just tell them, like, you know, what is the money that's like in just like pot bowling or, you know, just that type of atmosphere in a bowling alley when there's a lot of money flowing through there?
I mean, it's the air is thick, bro. It's electrifying. It's unbelievable. You know, the amount of money that flows through a bowling alley, whether you're bowling a league, tournament, or, I mean, you can look at it that way, and you can look at it as, you know, just like you're out with your buddy. Hey, yo, man, this bowl for $5. Just the fact that, you know, an incentive, it gives you something extra to push for. And you know, my very first time bowling at Highway Bowl, which I missed that house. I was, you know, telling you guys earlier, my first time bowling there, I thought I was hot shit, and I walked in there and I signed up for a scratch pot. And I shot 279 my first game ever bowling in this house. Shot 279. And I was in a pot called a trifecta, which is the top 3 scratch scores each game. And I went to the guy that ran the pot. I said, "Yo, my man, I shot 279. He said, "Yeah, so did the other people. Sit down." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, 300, 299, 290. That's what won the pot." And, you know, it humbled the shit out of you real quick. Like, damn, bro, I threw 11 strikes and I didn't make no money.
Yeah, I know. I don't know that. I guess that exact feeling, but you know, like I said, for the first time, because I guess like I'm at that point now where I'm at like a 202 average. So it's either, you know, you got to take that next step in the right direction, or you go to sandbag. And I told myself I never do that.
I don't understand how people sleep at night doing that, bro. It's ridiculous.
So, and I guess maybe we know what it is, but for also the people out, can you kind of explain what sandbagging is for people out there?
Sandbagging is pretty much just bowling below your capabilities to gain a handicap advantage. It's one of those things that that people do that unless you can really prove that they're doing it, there's nothing that they can do about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just one of those, like, you shake your head like, you're an asshole, bro.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And, you know, I think bowling is the only sport where you can cheat and get away with it, and there's, like, nothing
that you can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it. You know, because there's no way to say, you know, the guy is supposed to average 220, all of a sudden he's averaging 195.
Dumping 10 pins.
Right.
You
and
know?
he's like, "Oh, well, I hurt my hip. So that's why I'm bowling bad." You know what I mean? There's no way to say, "Oh, no, you didn't."
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people do it, and a lot of people take advantage of it. And I like bowling against those guys because when I kicked the living shit out of them, it didn't work.
I
know
know.
what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And you know what? And it's funny that he says, you know, kick the living shit out of him because, you know, I think that was something that embodied that Saturday night league that we bowled in. And, you know, we always talk about pressure situations And like I said, just that atmosphere of bowling. And, one of the things that the pandemic has taken away is some of our best leagues where a lot of people would be bowling in. And, it's definitely been a different switch up to go to some of the leagues that you used to bowl in. And the numbers have been decimated. But, that Saturday night league that we were bowling, for people that don't know, each shot, you got people in your face. You got your own teammates yelling at you for missing easy spares. And, out of all the leagues that I had, that league was probably, the one that I had the highest average in. And, every night somebody's shooting 300. And, it's that type of, pressure that kind of makes bowlers and either makes you or breaks you. Right. So, for that Saturday night, can you kind of just talk about, just your experience as, one of the leaders of your team and just how different that Saturday night league was from all the rest of the leagues that we bowled in?
It's definitely different. That league started at Parlor as the Pop Whiting League.
Okay.
And, it branched off when, Parlor got a little out of hand with their pricing and the lineage and stuff like that. So, they found a different venue to go to. So, part of the league went to Strathmore and the other part went to Majestic and, Calvin Wallace. Shout out to Calvin Wallace.
Yep. Shout out to Prez.
He started his own league and we were in there Saturday nights and it was a good league. There was a lot of tough bowlers in there, bro.
Big facts.
And, if you didn't come with your A game, you walked out short.
With your tail between your legs.
Absolutely.
And I tell you what, it's funny, we said we were going to save this story. But let me tell you, I told you guys, me and Strike Tyson have had some battles, man. And we were lucky enough, our team was called Ride the Pony. And, we had a manager type dude, shout out to Ray Perry.
Shout out to Ray.
Yeah, but he was hyped, man. Like, if we were striking, he would say, Ride the Pony. And, that kind of got on some people's nerves. And I think the one person who got on his nerves was this guy, Strike Tyson, over here. And let me tell you guys what happened. This is one of the funniest things. So we were bad. I think we took the first game. They took the second game. And it came down to, the last frame or something. And, Strike Tyson does what he does. He struck out. And I kid you not, Ray Perry, brought his family or whatever. So, we had this whole audience. And my man, Strike Tyson, gets on top of the chairs and says, "The fucking pony is dead! Pack your parents in the van and get the fuck out of here!" And this is in front of everybody on Saturday night. And I had just lost. And I had I just couldn't help but laugh, man. But that's the type of atmosphere that we were bowling in. It's you're going to have people like Strike Tyson telling you what happened just after it happened, man. So what goes through your mind when you win and you get that celebration, you're like, man, I just got to let that guy know, man.
Well, see, I mean, me and Ray go back to when I was the ass 160 guy.
Yeah.
And Ray would let me know that every chance he got that I was ass. And every chance he got, he would be like, "Bro, you stink. You're bad. You're horrible." And all I could come back with was, "Well, you're fat." And we hated each other. We fucking hated each other. Ray would come to the bowling alley. He used to have his hair dyed blondish. And he had this little flip thing going on, almost like a Donald Trump thing going on. It was bad, bro. And he would wear these crazy, loud, what they used to call club shirts. Just ridiculous looking shirts. And he'd come in and I'm like, "Oh, you suck, you're a bum." And I'm like, "Yeah, hey, Kool-Aid." And this went on for years, bro. Years. We just hated each other. So finally, one day we looked at each other like, "You know what? You're all right." And he's like, "Yeah, you kind of cool too." And from that point on, dude, we became like brothers.
Yeah.
I would call his mom. I would call his dad pop, and we were cool.
Yeah.
But this Ride the Pony, the guy has a saying for every strike you throw in a row. One, this is for fun. Two, you're my boo. Bro, shut up. So on that particular night, he pissed me off because one, you're not even bowling.
Yeah.
And you're running your mouth. your team lost.
Yeah, we lost.
You know, and I probably was drinking. And all that shit ran together on me at one time. And I was like, dude, you know what? I've had it. And like you said, I stood up on the chair. I said, yo, my man, take your L, put your mom and dad in the minivan and get the fuck out of here. And he's like, I got a minivan? I was like, I don't give a fuck what you drive. Just get the hell out of here. You're lost.
Yeah.
And, people thought that we were, like, really serious. And then the next week we see each other, we had, yo, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Yeah.
But, it's people like him, Chewy, a guy by the name of Ace, Deron Harris, those guys, and of course Coach John, those guys made me become better.
Facts.
Because, those guys were the guys that were kicking my ass when I was 160 and thought I was hot shit.
Yeah.
And it made me better.
And you know what? You talk about making you better too. And I had a similar situation in that league where, shout out to my boy Rob Brantley, we had a tough game. Our team wound up winning, and everybody on my team had beat their respective man. But when it came down to it, Rob Brantley comes up and goes, hey, Barry, I beat you by 2 sticks there. And I'm just sitting in the bar like, we had just won, but I just didn't like that shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga got my 2 sticks, damn, yo. So, come to find out, we ever since that point, we've been battling. But then what happens is, we'll go every Monday and we'll practice, man. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, that type of practice is undescribable because, when you have someone where you've been rivaling with for a little bit, and now you come together and now you're practicing together, mm-hmm. It only makes you better, man. And
it takes a village, bro.
Yeah.
It legit takes a village.
And I look forward to those opportunities when we get to compete and we get to, see what we're made of. Mm-hmm. And it's, like we said, those type of situations that help us to become better bowlers. And I know one person that really looks up to you is your son, CJ.
Oh,
so can you talk a little bit about what your guys' relationship is, as bowling and, as his father, in a bowling alley?
Man, that kid has amazing talent.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm his dad. Like, the boy is good. And if he can learn, like I said before, if he can learn to master the mental part of this shit, man, the sky's the limit for that kid, man. Mm-hmm. He's done shit that I haven't done, and I'm like extremely proud of him, man. That he's got the world in his hands, man. He like I said, as long as he focuses and pays attention to the shit that I've taught him, or anybody that's working with him is teaching him, the kid's gonna be phenomenal, man. Kid won a singles championship in the UBA,
and that's like damn near not impossible, but it's such a high feat.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like I said, he's done shit that his dad hasn't done, and I couldn't be prouder of the kid, man. Now they kind of finagled it to, well, not really finagled it. He got too good, so to speak. So his last match that he had as a welterweight, he either, if he won, he had to give up the belt. If he lost, then he lost the belt. So I was like, all right, well, go out there and bowl for the check. You know what I'm saying? Either way, you got to give up the belt.
Yeah.
So now he's in the next level, and he's a cruiserweight, and best of luck to him with that, man. And I'm going to be out there to support him and be that foot in his ass when he's out there being stupid. Mm-hmm. But that's what us dads do, and we got to bowl with each other a little bit over, I think, not this past summer, the summer before that, we bowled a little bit together. But I know he wants to, and I definitely want to. I'd love to get in a fall league and bowl 36 weeks with him and just be out there every week just grinding, man, just making it happen.
Facts. And I definitely want you to take us through this moment, because I was there, and it was, I didn't even do it, but I felt so proud of him, and I'm sure you can't, you probably felt so proud. But let's go back to that Saturday league and take me through, when Chris shot his 300. How did you feel at that moment? What was going through your mind? Did you think he was gonna do it? Like, take us through that moment, man.
Well, of course I believed that he could do it. I've done it.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, and before he went up there, I said, listen, this is your chance to make it happen. Just take one shot at a time. Take your deep breath, relax yourself, don't rush for anybody. You take your time. And he went up there and he went boom, 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 and dude, I couldn't hold it in. And I'm like, damn, bro, you got me out here crying and shit. Like when I hugged him, I'm bawling. Like, damn, like my baby boy, like shot a perfect game. And shortly after that, his birthday came. Mm-hmm. So this is one of my little dad pranks that I pulled on him. We're Atlanta Falcons fans. Uh-huh. I know they suck, but
You hear that, Jeff? He said they suck. Somebody loved it.
So what I did was I bought him a NFC championship ring, mm-hmm. a Falcons championship ring, and I put it in one of the little boxes that they give you the 300 rings in. So right before league started, I knew he was going to be getting his 300 ring soon. So I said to him, listen, man, I got something for you. I said, I know you're going to be getting your own ring. I was like, but I want you to have one of my 300 rings. And he was like, oh, Dad, what you doing, man? And he fucking opened it up, and it was the Falcons championship. I was like, gotcha.
He's like, you ain't never wearing one.
Like, honestly, I mean, it's not to sound cocky or arrogant, but I believe I got, I don't know, I think I got like 27 or 28 300s. Which is nothing. That's nothing, man. There's dudes out there with over 100. Yeah. Fucking Chris Fisher just shot his 78th, 79th, and 80th 300 like all within like 3 days. That's ridiculous.
I was there for Ernie Lukakis. He shot. I was like, Ernie, what 300 is it? Oh, it's just 84. And I'm like, yo, how do you shoot 84 perfect games?
Shout out to Quentin Collins. Yo, dude's got like 315, 300. That's ridiculous.
Oh my god,
man, it's ridiculous. The way these guys, man. I don't know if it's the technology of the ball. These people are just that damn good.
Well, yeah, let's ask. So, my dad has been someone that's always saying, like, when it comes to bowling, you got to make sure you update your equipment,
True.
So how, for you, how big does the equipment factor into how well you bowl and everything?
It factors and it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to have a new ball.
Yeah.
Fresh covers are always the thing. Mm-hmm. But if you're bowling with bad habits and you have bad mechanics, you could buy every new ball in the pro shop. It's not going to change a fucking thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm learning that. I'm like up and down, up and down, up and down. But like I said, definitely, buying a new ball makes you feel good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna strike all day with this ball. And you get out there, you still got the dust in the thumb hole, and you throw the ball and you strike. Oh yeah, I made the right investment. 5 frames later, 10 pin, 10 pin, 10 pin. Fuck, I could have did that with my own stuff.
Yeah.
And it, like I was telling your dad, like at one point, dude, I was. They used to call me Ball of the Month.
Cause you was getting a new.
Every ball that came out, dude, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. And I was buying so many bowling balls, I didn't know what to do with them. Like, oh yeah, well this ball's gonna work because this strong, and it wasn't strong, and then. This pitch was off, or it's crazy, man. But yeah, equipment plays a part in it. Mm-hmm. But a lot of these guys out there, man, are just talented guys. And,
beyond the equipment, right?
My only regret is that I didn't start doing this a lot earlier. You know what I'm saying? I got into it when I was about 19, 20.
Yeah.
These guys have been doing it since they were like 5, 6 years old.
And you're right about that because, I got a late start myself too. I didn't start till after college, like after my basketball career was done. And, I think that, had I had the early start that maybe my brother and sister had in high school, maybe things would be different. But, we can only look but forward, man. And I think that that's one of the great things that, I guess I've learned over this season, the past season, is that, not just taking it day by day, but taking it frame by frame. And I just think that a lot of people underestimate the value of taking it frame by frame because, you could dump a couple shots, but, if you don't correct something or if you don't get your mind made up to fix things, you could dump your whole set, Yeah. So can you kind of talk about also like what that mentality is after you've thrown a bad shot or two and how you kind of recenter yourself to go out there and strike?
A lot of times you back to basics. You know what I'm saying? I've had the luxury of being coached by one of the, like, dude was bad in his day, man. He was that guy.
Facts.
And
Facts.
He said, "Yo, strike, man." You know, he was one of those guys that he'll coach you, but make you coach yourself at the same time.
Like ask you questions and stuff.
Like, no, he'll say, like, he'll see you out there struggling. He'll watch you struggle, and you'll go to him like, "Yo, coach, yo, what the fuck, man?" And he's like, "Well, do whatever you need to do to make your ball do this." Motherfucker, if I know how to do that, I'd be doing it. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
he, you know, I try to tell my teammates that too. You know, a lot of people they live and die off every shot or every game. You know, and I'm like, okay, you know, you left a spare, you didn't make it. Okay, that frame is over. It's done. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't change it. You can't go on the scoreboard and change it. It's done. Focus on your next shot. Make the proper adjustment that you need to make so that doesn't happen again. And that's pretty much what I live by. You know what I'm saying? It. You know, the bowler in me, of course, I'm mad.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants to strike every time. A guy asked me that one day. He goes, "Yo, man, what's your problem, bro? You think you're going to strike every time?" No, I don't think it. I want to.
Yeah.
You know, is that possible? No, it's not possible. But that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm not here to throw a ball at 10 pins. I'm here to strike.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan wasn't there to shoot free throws. He was there to score points.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, I'm here to bowl, and whether it be me bowling against somebody I don't know, whether I'm bowling against my son, excuse my French, but I'm going to kick your dick in. Like, that's what I'm here to do.
Yep.
If anybody in the way of me getting this money, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're in the way.
For 3 hours, I don't know you.
Yeah. And yo, that's the type of like I said, I just don't think people understand just how important that mentality is. You know, just like Philip Edward, who bowls here at Majestic on Thursday nights, man. You know, it's that type of mentality where, you know, you're trying to go out there and not only do your best, but to kick that other person's ass, man. I think that, you know, that is something that it keeps me coming back. You know, I tell you what, it brings me back because there is no better feeling than, you know, getting someone's best. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to beat you when you threw 150 or 140. I want to beat you when you bowled 240 and I rolled 250. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what keeps me coming back. So, like, for you, I know you said maybe, you know, a lot of the time it's with the money, but, you know, after, you know, 20 years of bowling like you've had, you know, what continues to bring you back besides the money? Besides the money.
That's what I was thinking.
Besides the money, I love the game. I love bowling.
Yes.
I absolutely love bowling. I love to compete. I'm very competitive. Shout out to my fiance. Hi, baby. I know you watching.
You got Philip Edward on here. He says, side note, Chris used to whoop my ass over at Carolier. Straight bulldog.
Yeah. I was very infamous at Carolier. You know, I had to branch out and go to other places because I was like, all right, well, shit, if I could do it here, I could do it anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Just I love the game of bowling. The fact that I think it's more so the fact that this is a sport where it's just you. If you think about it, it's you in the pins. There's nobody trying to tackle you. There's nobody trying to take the ball from you. There's nobody standing in front of you. Yeah. So who can beat you besides yourself?
That's a fact, man.
You know what I'm saying? So just the fact that, all right, last frame I left a 10 pin. Now to myself, I'm sitting there thinking, I want to strike next time. I got to. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep doing better. So that's besides the money. That's what keeps me going back. Yeah, I love this shit, man.
And I think that's what, you know, makes you a legend in these bowl analogies is the fact that, you know, after 20 years, you still feel like you can get better, man. And
I'm still learning.
Yeah, and you're still, like you said, still learning, man. And that's an important mentality to have because, you know, a lot of people feel like they know everything and they can't be told anything. And those are the people that are still the same bowlers, you know what I'm saying?
I bowl with guys like that, and it's nerve-wracking, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, bowling is not just a sport. To me, it's a business. You know, when you have a business, you want to make a profit out of your business.
Yeah.
So if I'm dropping $1,000 for a season on a league, my goal is to get my $1,000 back and make a profit.
Facts.
But when when you're bowling with certain guys and you see that shit's just not right,
Yeah.
and you're like, bro, like, what are you doing? Oh, I know, I got it. But obviously you don't.
Yeah, it's
You know,
three
like,
misses now.
You know, like one league I bowled in, it was a Thursday night 4-man league. We bowled at 9:00 at night, right after another league. So there was no re-oil. So we're bowling on the burn.
Oh man,
And
that sounds awful.
This dude would throw these ashy white solid bowling balls. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, dude, get a ball that's polished.
Yeah, so it can go. Yeah.
Well, no, I don't need to do that because I can make the ball. Oh, okay. Say no more. Okay. Look up at the scoreboard. Dude, you shot 180. Yeah, I know. I shot 260. Why? Because my ball looks like glass. Like, dude, adjust. Like, what are you doing?
Yep.
And certain people like that, you just can't fix them. They're set in their ways, and it's just like, okay.
But that's where there's like, and when we talk about getting into leagues, I'm so glad you brought up the point of, when you invest in a league, you're investing not only your time but your money.
Absolutely.
And for a lot of people, like I said, maybe $1,000, it might be $30 a week. And there's two different types of bowlers. I feel like there's people that participate and there's people that compete. I want people that are going to compete that are on my team. I don't want to just participate. I want to make sure that you're going out there and you're putting your best because I'm going to do it myself. Yo, like when I miss, that's why I say I can never sandbag, because if I miss a pin, I am furious.
Absolutely.
I am furious.
Absolutely.
So.
And, somebody like my fiance who's not, she's not a bowler.
Yeah.
And, there'd be times where she's coming to watch me bowl and I don't strike and I'm fucking slapping the thing. Fuck! And I'm mad. And she's like,
what are you mad about?
What's your problem? I'm like, I didn't strike. Okay. And I'm like, you don't get it. You're not a bowler. You wouldn't understand. and she's like looking at me like I got two heads. She's like, what the fuck is your problem? I was like, you just don't say nothing to me.
Yeah, but sometimes that's what we need, you just
she's
need
like, you still got 2 games. I'm like, yeah, but I wanted this game. Like, this is the game I want right now. And, it's funny. But she kind of like gets it a little bit now. But, she's funny.
Shout out to your fiance out
Shout out,
there.
baby. I love you.
But and one of the things I actually do want to talk to you about, too, is, one of the things that me and my brother try to do, and one of the things my dad had challenged us to do, is to constantly try and find different bowling alleys to go to.
Okay.
I bowled in a singles at Westbrook, never bowled there before. Mm-hmm. I went to Lodi, bowled at Greenbrook many times. I think this next month we'll be going to a show place in Staten Island.
Okay.
So, for you, how important is it to try out different bowling alleys rather than just to be at the bowling alley that you're accustomed to?
It's very important. You get to see different things.
Mm-hmm.
Not all house shots play the same, although people will tell you that they do. They do not. It really tests your mental as well as your physical. It gives you an idea of how good or how not good you are.
Yeah.
Like I said, I predominantly when I first started, I was Carolina. I said, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta try something else. So I started bowling up in Jersey City at Hudson. Mm-hmm. I used to bowl at Strike and Spare. Now, when I was bowling at Strike and Spare, bro, oh my god, it was
rough house, man.
Bro, I used to bowl Sunday nights, dude, and I might as well been throwing my ball down the street. That's how, there was no
dry as a bone.
They did not believe in oil, dude. Like, I wanted to bring Crisco from home.
They still don't believe in oil, don't they, Mary Beth? They don't believe in oil in Greenbrook.
Oh my god, it was horrible, bro. And I bowled at Highway. I bowl at Jersey Lanes. I bowled at Lodi, and they're all different. They're all different. They all have their little
quirks,
right? Quirks, and and then being in the UBA and in the Bowlers Federation and get to travel around and go to different places. Mm-hmm. a couple years ago, I was fortunate enough to bowl in the Bologna tournament in Pennsylvania for the first time, and that was a humbling experience. You know, it was just funny how the guy that I guess I don't know whether he was a lane mechanic or he worked in the pro shop or whatever, but he's watching me throw the ball and he was like, the old country dude. That ain't the shot, man. And I'm looking at him like, who the fuck is this guy? Like dirty shirt on. I'm like, who are you? He's like, hey, man, if you just move your feet over here and you do this and you do that, I guarantee you'll strike. Like,
who are you to tell me that?
so I humored the guy and I did it. And damn it, if I didn't strike, I was like,
you know what I'm saying?
like, Jesus, is that you? Like, off I went, bro. I was like, oh shit! Like, yo, my man, I owe you a drink. He's like, don't even worry about it. Goddamn, I do this shit all the time. I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, man, definitely bowling in different houses. Definitely, fine tunes certain things. When I got a chance to start bowling the King of the Hill at Lodi, shout out to Gordon Pepper.
Shout out to Gordon.
I always didn't make the cut, but once I started making the cut, and I'd make the cut, and then I'd lose the first round of match play. And fuck that, I'm going back next week. I'd make the cut, and I'd get past the first guy in match play, and then I lose the second round. And then there was a little time where I actually won, and I was the scratch king for like 3-4 weeks running. I was like, yeah, this is the shit. Why? Because not only do I don't have to show up and bowl all these games, but I'm guaranteed second place money, win or lose.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And, I was going in there and I was bowling. And, I ran into a guy, Justin Sloan.
Shout out.
Phenomenal bowler. This guy. He's a little irritating because he slaps out everything, but...
If people don't know what slapping out is, when that pin hits, they slapping it out.
And, I ended up bowling against him in, I think it was like the scratch finals or something like that. And he looked at his friend, he goes, fuck, I'm bowling this guy. I was like, damn. If I don't shoot 270 or better, I lose. And I looked at him like, what the fuck you talking about? He's like, I've seen you bowl here, dude. If I don't shoot 270 or better, you're going to beat me. And sure as shit, I think he beat me like 279 to 267.
Sheesh, man.
And, it's cool, man. Especially, being a dad, again, my son's got to see me bowl perfect games before, and I saw him bowl his. The weirdest thing that happened to me bowling, though, I hold the Pop Whiting League series record.
Really?
I do.
And what was your series? Humor me.
It was 863.
Oh my God! The man shot 863 in 3 games, guys. 3 games.
And none of those games was a 300.
How?
Oh my God.
How?
I bowled 289.
Oh my gosh.
275, 299.
Dang.
What pin did you leave on that 299?
I believe it was a 4-pin.
Oh man, that's gotta hurt, man.
And, shout out to Darian LeMay. He reminds me of that night. Like, if he sees me throwing the ball bad, he's like, bro, that's not 860 pretty.
860
And
pretty.
I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, my man, when you were throwing that ball, bro, every shot was identical. Like, you could not miss. And the funny thing about that series was that was a ball. I'm known for throwing other people's equipment.
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit if my fingers don't fit or whatever. Somehow, some way, I'm going to make it strike. So there was a ball that was sitting on the rack. It was a old Hammer 3D offset.
Damn.
And I put my hand in it. I said, oh shit, I can fit it. And I took it. Never got it re-drilled. Never changed the inserts. Nothing. And I shot 860 with that ball. That wasn't even drilled.
Oh my
Damn.
gosh.
And
Jeez.
Talk that talk.
yeah, man, we're talking that talk.
I tell you what, man, and I know it's a fact that he did this because let me tell you guys, before I actually started making 10 pins, right? I was struggling before I actually started making them, right? I used to watch, how other people shot at them. I'm like, how the fuck can I, emulate this? And I looked at, Strike Tyson over here, and he literally would take the ball off the rack. Not just a bowling ball like with the corners. He would take a house ball, one of those highlighter balls, the one that glow in the dark at night. He would take that ball and he would shoot a 10-pin at it. And I'm like, I can't do that. I gotta see someone else do. But it's like, I've seen you do that before, man. And like you said,
there's a very good reason why I do that. Because I could not make a 10-pin with a to me, for the life of me, I don't understand. Without throwing a backup ball, I do not understand how guys can take a ball that hooks this way and makes it go straight. I cannot do it. As much as I've tried to do it, I just can't do it. So if I didn't have a plastic ball in my arsenal, I'd grab a house ball and I'd throw out a 10-pin.
Sheesh. And I don't know if you see in the comments here, we might have some side action here between your son and Joe Snow here, man. It's getting a little dicey here, man. I don't know. We might have to televise that at the Talk Show Invitational here.
Well,
Right?
Speaking of action, Junior is not off the hook. Junior's got a bet out there with Dad.
Oh, what? Can you tell us a little bit about this bet, man? Come on.
Well, the competitiveness in me, and of course in Junior, I think we were on our DIY chat, and we talking shit back and forth, and I asked Junior, I said, "So, you want some smoke?" His response was, "I thought you never asked." So I was like, "All right, so what are we doing?" So me and him were going to bowl against each other 1-on-1 during one of our practice sessions or whatever, and the loser had to buy the winner a bowling ball of their choice.
Okay.
So Rob Brantley chimed in. He goes, "Well, how about dads against kids?" So now it's a doubles match. Me and Rob against Junior and Tripp.
Ooh, that's...
Besides the father-son bet, the losing team has to buy lunch, dinner, or whatever it is for the winning team. So we're going to make that happen. And just in case you didn't know, Junior and Tripp, you getting your ass kicked.
Hey, I don't know. I love my boy CJ, but I seen Tyson do some sick shit, man, consistently. So, we got to see how that plays out, man. But, I want to, first of all, give you a round of applause for coming on here, man. And absolutely just sharing so much knowledge. And, for those people that don't know, how could I say? I guess from the outside looking in, like a lot of people may have known me as a basketball player. Mm-hmm. Some may have known me as a baseball player. But, past, the time of playing collegiate sports or playing competitively in those contact sports, I really thirsted to find something to get that competitive spirit out of me and to continue to just compete at a high level. And I've really just fallen in love with bowling, man. And, it's people like Joe Snow, people like, Rob Brantley, shout out to Tripp, shout out to your son CJ, and shout out to you, my father, all the different people that have influenced my bowling game, man. Like, it's those people that continuously have me come back. And it's just like, it's a special community that I don't think a lot of people understand. And I just thank you, because I think after watching this episode, a lot of people can really understand why bowling has such a place in my heart, man. So I want to thank you so much, Strike Tyson.
Thank you for having me, man. And we got this event coming up next weekend. Yeah. You're in the lineup?
I am in the lineup.
We're going to go in there and we're going to do work, man.
Oh, man, I can't wait, bro.
But before I do go, I want to commend you, bro. This platform that you got, man. This shit is awesome, bro. This is really what's up, man. I'm proud of you. I remember you. You're right around CJ's age, man. I remember you guys, running around the bowling alley, playing, hanging out, and shit.
Yeah.
Now you're a grown ass man with his own show, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like, I salute you, bro.
Man.
This is what's up, man.
Thank you so much, Strike.
Best wishes. Yo, let me give a couple quick shouts before I get out of here.
Nah, please.
I don't know if they're watching or not, but a couple of people from work are watching. Shout out to AutoZone store number 3281.
Okay.
In Newark.
Yes, sir.
We the best. That's what we do.
We the best.
Shout out to my fiance, my son Tejan. I'm pretty sure they're watching at home. Shout out to Junior. Shout out to DIY.
Yes, shout out to DIY. We got a big matchup.
We are going to win the brawl.
That's right.
On Sunday.
That's right.
Shout out to the UBA, man. Everybody, man. Shout out to Barry, your dad. You guys allow me into your home, man.
Of course.
That's the luck with the show, man. Like I said, bro, you're out there, bro.
Yeah, and now you are a part of history with us here at episode 93, bro. And, you know, like I said, we have big...
was a good year. I think I was a freshman.
A freshman? Damn! I was only 3 years old, man.
Come on,
But, you know, we got big things on the horizon. You know, we do have a plan of having the 100th episode at Majestic Lanes. And, you know, and since you have come on before the 100th episode, you're eligible to come on for the 100th episode and to come for the party, man.
Absolutely, man. I'll be there.
Hey, so I'm happy to have you there, man. And, you know, just in closing, before I close this out and thank our sponsors and get into our beer review, you know, I just want to, you know, have you just... if there's any type of advice you could give to anybody out there that's looking to bowl or, you know, looking to try and turn the page competitively, you know, what's something that you can give them to kind of take home with them that could help them to get to be like Strike Tyson?
Believe in yourself, number one. Know that everybody doesn't want to see you succeed. You got to learn to filter and decipher between who's really for you and who's not really for you. And then, you know, like I tell CJ all the time, man, trust your talent.
Trust your talent.
Absolutely.
Could somebody write that in the chat for people out there? Trust your talent, man.
Hashtag trust your talent.
Yeah, I like that,
you know
man.
What I mean? You know, you're talented for a reason. You know what I mean? And just trust it.
Yes.
You know, and everything's going to fall into place.
Yeah, hey. Let's put it this way. I think we just found out the name of the episode for episode 93 here, man. Trust your talent. But like I said, once again, big shout out to Strike Tyson for coming here on the show and absolutely rocking it. We got some Henny here for you, so
yes,
I think I might need a little bit more.
Yeah,
a little bit more here.
Toast episode 93 for one time.
Yes. A little bit more for you?
Why not?
All right, here we go, guys.
Don't worry, baby. I'm not drinking. It's apple juice.
That's right, just a little juice. But yo, here's to you, Strike Tyson. Here's to, you know, just another great year of bowling, and let's continue to just get better, huh?
Absolutely.
All right, cheers up, man. Oof. For those people that don't know, my man not really a big beer drinker, so we had to bring out the Henny for him today. So big shout out to Henny. Maybe they'll sponsor me someday. We got Theo said Hen Dog, but since I'm contractually obligated, I gotta get into this beer review. And so if you do like beer, Strike Tyson, I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna try and go with, you know, I had this, you know what? Let's go with this one. We're gonna go with the 6 Point Brewery Resin Beer. This is brewed out of Brooklyn, New York. You know how I am about my tri-state area stuff. And this beer is 9.1% alcohol. So I know you like Henny. I like beer. But this is going to be a beer with a little bit of a kick in it. So if I'm going to drink a beer, you better have a little punch, put some hair on my chest, right? So
if you're going to do it, you might as well do it right.
So I'm going to try this out here. And, you know, just off the rip, what we see is we got some good color here. I've really been a fan of the 6 Point beer over the past couple weeks that I've been drinking it. Received a 6-pack for, I think it was like a 6 or 12-pack for Christmas. And I've just been having joy and trying the different variety that we have there with it. But, you know, if you guys want to try a good beer or try something different, please try the 6 Point beer. I think it's called Resin. Beer is culture here, and it's from Brooklyn, New York. So here, we'll cheers up to you. We'll give you a little bit more, Henry. We'll give you a little bit more. We'll give you a little bit more, man. You've outdone yourself today, so you earned it. You earned it.
As long as nobody tells me to get the fuck in my minivan again.
It ain't next year yet, so I might get the chance to tell you.
Oh,
Cheers, man. Cheers up, guys.
6 Point Resin. You can get this at BW Liquors.
Yeah, so real quick, we're going to get into our sponsors before I end this show. You're going to love this. So, for our first sponsor, you know we got to give a big shout out to VW Liquors, located in Wick Plaza, Edison, New Jersey. Let's go, Mets! Let's go, Mets! One more time. You gotta get in it, ready?
Mets.
Let's go, Mets! be a Mets fan right now entering the season, man.
It's amazing, bro.
You know, like I feel like we actually could do something.
You know what I'm
man.
tired of hearing though?
What are you tired of hearing?
You guys said the same shit about the Yankees. Yeah, we said the same shit about the Yankees, but now the shoe's on the other foot.
That's right.
Now we're buying the championship. So it's gonna feel good, man. I can't wait.
And they're spending money. They're making good decisions.
Absolutely.
And I feel like we're really adding depth to not only the pitching, but the overall defense. I think when you get Lindor over at second base, too, I mean, we are going to be in a really good position to do some great things, man.
If we could just rectify that bullpen.
Yeah. Because we saw so many times last year where, great games were lost in that, 7th to 9th inning stretch, man. So, if we can solidify that bullpen, like you said.
And for God's sakes, please, let's get DeGrom some run support.
I know, man. I mean, this guy was a Cy Young winner almost by having a sub 500 record, man. So, like you said, we need some run support, and we definitely need some bullpen support, but feels good to be a Mets fan here,
I think
man.
we're going to do big things this year, man.
Hey, we got the pink brim. I don't know if they see it. Show you got the pink brim. Theo, you see this guy, man? Come on, man. We can't have people on the show with some black nasties, bro. He called them black nasties.
Absolutely.
But also, we want to give a shout out to Air We Are, best air conditioning heating in the South Side. Also, for anybody looking to, trying to experience a little bit of better heating and cooling, hit them up over there. They're doing big things. Also want to give a shout out to Maria and Joe Snow over at New York Life, helping people to get their financial freedom daily. I tell you what, if you're really trying to get on a plan to help yourself and help your future, please hit them up. Do not take this lightly. All right. Also want to give a big shout out to my boy Timmy Hugel over at Ink Parlor, helping me and helping people to get their brands and build their brands. And, like I said, I've done 13 different T-shirt releases now, man. So, I wouldn't be there if it wasn't for his help and support. So, want to give him a big shout out. Also want to give a shout out to Sky-Dye Socks. My boy Savion is doing big things over there, and he's creating a lot of hot stuff, man. You're going to definitely want to hit him up over there.
I might do that.
I'm telling you, man. Yo, Say's got some fire, bro.
I'm a sock dude, bro.
Oh, man.
My fiance, she loves socks.
Hey, so I'll link you up after here, and we'll see if we can get you some Sky-Dye socks, man. And then finally, want to give a shout out to 13 and a Half Clothing Company. My boy Angelo's doing big things over there. And, it's all about helping out your friends and helping out people that have helped you out. So, big shout out to him over at 13 and a Half Clothing Company. The live has been booming today. Shout out to David Lee, another huge heavy hitter in the bowling game. Shout out to Russ Reinman, Theo Mahan, your son, Trip, Joe Snow, Neva. Who else we have on here? Oh, man, they were really going at it. Rob Brantley, Ariane Stolness, your fiance Taisha Green, Philip Edward, Jennifer Roman, Ishabad Crane, Tariq, Mark, Savion. There were so many people here on our Instagram and Facebook live stream, guys. You make me feel like one of the best people in the world. And I tell you what, it's your support from people like Ron Alberti. And for those people that don't even know, internationally and across different state lines, man, keep tuning into this show because, like I said, and you even said it yourself, there are people out there that don't want to see you win, Strike, and I'm sure there's people out there that are waiting for me to not make that episode. But for 93 straight weeks or for 93 episodes, we've delivered this Talk That Talk show, and that's something that I hang my hat on. That's something that I hold very proudly, and I take that as a huge responsibility because, if I don't come out here and do this show, then there's some people out there that look forward to this show that aren't going to have that, and you just don't know the type of effect that have on them. So I just love to positively impact people. I love to have people like you on the show and just enlighten people out there to things that they don't even know about, man. And I think that's something that we did here today to show just how passionate we are about bowling and just how good it is to love that sport, man. So once again, thank you so much for just coming out here, spilling your mind, your soul here into this light.
Everybody going down to Unholy Alliance. That's a big UBA tournament. Yes. Unholy Alliance. DIY. Do work, man. Kick ass. Win some money. And let's go, man.
Yeah, I'll be down there Sunday morning, so I'll have.
You going?
I'm going, man. Okay. Yeah, I got Elise Banks there. She better make her 10 pins, right? Oh, man, it's the Talk That Talk Show. I love you all. Thank you so much. Once again, big shout out to Strike Tyson here on my right side. Like I said, we had a bowling legend here in the house, man. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all next week, all right?